It is time for the April showcase of our Send a Smile swap cards. Our theme was birds, and you guys, as always, just knocked it out of the park. I'm in love with your cards, so I can't wait to share them. If you are new to the swap, let me just there's very few rules. We have, this got started because I wanted people to just use what they had. I saw so many things out there trying to encourage us to buy new products, and I was like, we have so many unused products that I just wanted people to use what they have, feel creative, and it didn't matter if it was retired or, you know, from what company it was. It just doesn't matter. I just wanted people to create and be creative. So get your stuff out, use it. It doesn't matter if it's watercolor, if it's alcohol markers, if it's colored pencils. It doesn't matter if you've been stamping for 50 years or 5 minutes. You are welcome. This is a great group of people, and it's just a great way to be creative and share what you are making. We have a theme each month, and you just have to make a card according to the theme. You send one card in. You send it to this address, and at the end of the month, I take all the cards and I show them to you in a video. And then we mix them up, and I send you one card back. You just send an envelope or $1 to help me cover the cost of stamps and postage. So that's that simple. So let's get to the cards and the fun stuff. And I'm sure you saw over here, May's theme is something sweet. And I like these like kind of vague themes because you guys are so creative. I think it just inspires even more creativity. So interpret that as you will. It could be anything you think of that goes with something sweet. So let's get started here with our new batch, and we have some new swappers, and I love that. And some of our old swappers are back, which I love that too. This first card is by Beth Nash, and what a fun little thing this is. This is one of those bird stamps by Stampin' Up. I don't know which bird side it is, but she's colored this with, I think, markers, which is actually unusual for Beth. I know Beth pretty well, and she's a very pencil-y person. She loves her pencils. So for her to use markers is kind of unusual, but she's put this guy up on a little wobbler, and this guy's kind of crazy on his own. So what a fun little addition to this little crazy bird. It says, it's your birthday, so it's a very masculine thing, and I love how she's colored him because it's just added to his wackiness, especially on this very, I wouldn't say neutral background, and then with these vibrant colors, it really just puts the focal and makes him pop, which is, I think, the exact point, as to make him the star of the show. And if you're unfamiliar with these little wobblers, the best thing about them is that they lay flat and they go through the mail awesomely, and they don't require any extra postage. So they're really amazing. Oh, he'll pop back up. There he goes. Okay, and then inside some of this paper is some really cool foiling and texture. So if I move the card here, you can see the additional texture that's created with the foiling, and then there's this woven texture here. So there's lots going on the front of this. Very, like I said, neutral but masculine, just fun, but like the really cool focal point of this bird. And if you are new, I never look at these ahead of time, so I have no idea what's on the inside of this card. I do that on purpose because I want to be genuinely surprised. Oh, there we go. Look, you've got something to crow about, and we've got this cute little little companion inside who's eager to celebrate a birthday as well. I love the fun colors. It's just so fun. I love that. I love the funness of this card, Beth. So very cool way to start off the showcase with something bright and fun. I love it. I love it. All right, so let's see what's next. This one is very, very, very pretty. I love the purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors. And this one is by Lori. And look at the, I don't know if you can capture it. The first thing I noticed right off the bat is the Wink Stella that she's put on these hummingbird wings, which is so beautiful and just shimmers. So pretty. And obviously the card says thank you, and it complements this watercolory paper in the background so well. The style of the stamp is watercolor, and she's colored it, I think, with alcohol markers, I believe, not 100% sure. Very, very pretty. And on the inside it says, the little things you do so well and so often make a big difference to so many people. Oh, that's so nice. Very, very nice. I love the 3 panels and the way you split that up. It really, I don't know, just adds a really nice touch, and I love this ribbon as well. Very, very nice, Lori. I love it. I love a lot of things about this card. It's just, I can't get over the Wink of Stella. If you can't tell, I'm like memorized by the Wink of Stella. I can't get over that. So, just absolutely beautiful, Lori. So thank you. And as I'm just memorized by the shimmer, so very nice. All right, we have another really colorful one by Margaret. And this is definitely a die set. I'm not sure where it's from, but I think these are all chickens, and they seem to be having a good time in their little hen house. So they're all sitting here on their little log with their balls of yarn, and I don't know, this one looks like they're making a sock, and these look like pot holders, and they're sending birthday wishes. Birthdays are filled with yesterday's memories, today's joys, and tomorrow's dreams. Oh, that's cute. I love the little knitting needles and the balls of yarn. How fun. How fun, Margaret. How cute. This must have taken forever to paper piece the little pieces back together. I appreciate that. I do that stuff all the time. So I noticed the little, like the beaks and the little, I don't know what the underneath, and the little things on their head, and the knitting needles are all separate little pieces. The feet are all separate little pieces. So I know how long that takes to put each one of those back in there. So good for you. I'm very proud of you. Oh my God. Whoever gets this is going to enjoy all of the little pieces you put back together to create this little scene of the hens hanging out. So wonderful, cool job. Bonnie is back this month, and look at this sparkly card. Oh my gosh, look at that bird cage. Oh my gosh, so there's a little dove inside, and this is like holographic paper, and I love her shaped card. So she used an arch die, which mimics the shape of the bird cage. So how clever is that to think of that? And it's such a simple idea because she's mounted the arch die on just a smaller version of a card. So very, very clever idea, Bonnie. I love the way that you thought that out and did that. And this is A Little Bird Told Me. And then she's continued with the arch die and the birds. And then it continues with the bird theme. So it's your birthday. So how fun is that? And the doves and this holographic, oh my gosh, so pretty. And the music, oh, I bet these guys are singing happy birthday to you, I bet. What do you think? So pretty and fun. Very, very clever use of this arch die, though. I'm so impressed. What a clever idea. I'm going to have to try that. Oh my God. I have some of these arch dies and I have yet to use them. So what a great idea to do that. What a great idea, Bonnie. And I love this holographic paper. It really pops on that, on the green. It just, oh my gosh, it's just stunning. Very metallic looking, very nice. Awesome. All right. And this one is from Sherry Warner. And I was very lucky. For those who don't know, Sherry's my mom. So she sent me one of these a little early, and this was my anniversary was this month. So this was also my anniversary card, but not this specific one. I got one earlier in the month for my anniversary, and then this was also the swap card. So she got a BOGO, and I got a preview, but I absolutely love this card. It's very, very sweet. I love this little, I think it's a robin, right? The red belly. I am so not an ornithologist. I took ornithology in school, but boy, I was bad at it. My teacher, he would bring his son, who was 4 at the time, and his son would like know all the birds, and like all these college kids would be like, I don't know. And so the 4-year-old was like showing up all these college kids in the class. It felt awesome to know the 4-year-old knew more than we did. It was cool. So anyway, I did pass and I got through the class, but I am still not a master of birds things. But I'm pretty sure that's a robin with the red belly and the black top thing, but she did an excellent job of coloring it because she didn't make it look like a black blob, which is very easy to do when you're coloring black with alcohol markers. So you did a great job with that. So you can definitely tell where the feathers are and the the spacing of the feathers, so you did an excellent job. You can see the texture in the belly, so you did an excellent job of coloring with alcohol markers, so very, very well done. I love the texture in the leaves, which I know the stamp did for you, but it looks great. It looks like you used 2 different shades of green, so very, very nice. I love this arch that you cut. It looks like you used the negative space. I don't know what you used to cut that arch, but I'm curious, because it looks like you might have used like a big circle die to cut like part of that out. I don't know. It's very interesting to me to what you did to use that. So you'll have to share, post below what you used to cut that green piece that left the stitching on this side and give that shape. But it was a super clever idea and left the trees in the background. So really cool idea. I love your little dotty things, whatever they're called. I can't think of it at the moment, but very, very, very well put together. Beautiful card. And this one says happy birthday. The one we got said happy anniversary, of course. So very nice, very beautiful card. This one is from Cheryl, and I was so surprised. This is such a neat card, and it's a diversion for diverts from what she normally sends, and not that that's bad. I was just surprised because it's just different, and I love that you are trying all these different things. It's so inspiring. But this looks like a stamp that you colored instead of actually, she usually draws things, and I think that's great that you're using these stamps and trying different things and methods, and I just think that's great. I love it when people are exploring, you know, their creativity. And she's killing it because she's also got, like, look at this. It opens like a little flap so you can write a little message in here, like happy birthday, or I don't know, birthday to you. I don't know, whatever. I'm the happiest with them with you. And it's just so cute. Look at those 4 little birds on a branch. They look like they've been buddies for a lifetime. They also look like they're watching some male bird over here do something dumb, doesn't it? They're all looking that direction like, dude, what is he doing? I don't know. I have this feeling, and my gut tells me that they're just watching somebody do something dumb. But you tell me. That's just, I don't know. And the inside she left blank, so you can add whatever you want this to be. But it does look like a bunch of girlfriends just hanging out, chilling, doing their thing. And this is absolutely beautiful, Cheryl. I love it. I love your little flappy thing you got going on here. What a cool thing. So keep it doing your thing there. And it also has this fun little circle thing, and I don't know the name of this fold, but it's essentially a gatefold, but it's like done on the vertical. So I love that. I love when people are taking things and using them in new, inspiring ways. And I know this isn't like new, but you know, we forget to do these things. It's so simple, but it's so fun. So I love that you're doing this. I love the circle. I love the way it like makes the bird the focal point. It kind of, because like it's sometimes weird when the branch just stops, and the way that you captured it in the circle makes it feel like a snapshot, or like a snapshot of a scene, and that like we're looking at it through a lens, and this is the scene, part of the scene that we're seeing, instead of just like a partial scene. So it really completes the card, or makes it have a finished look. So I really like that you did that. I love this embossing folder. I think it's one of those like 3D ones, because it's really embossed anyway. Whatever you did, it has a lot of texture. It's not a little texture, but a lot. That's a lot of texture. And with those emboss, or those dies that have the edges on them from Stampin' Up, so amazingly beautiful. Carrying the circle theme through with the little rhinestones. Always thinking of you. And then it's blank on the inside. I did want to note, she made a second card, and she was like, but it's too little kiddish, and she wanted to send an adult card. I think they were both sweet, but this was the one she really wanted to share with you to showcase her beautiful coloring skills, which they are beautiful. So amazingly good job, I think. And let's see, this is a new swapper. This is from Becky. Becky's a friend of mine through Akron, and through a friend through another swapper, Debbie, and she sometimes comes to my Brockport class. And she made this cute, I'm going to call it a bag, where it has Velcro that holds it at the top. But let's look at the front first before I show you the inside. This is a bird from the Tim Holtz collection. It has a bunch of accessories that go with it. I absolutely love the hat and the ears. How cute is that? And she's used some decorative paper in the background to create this scene, which is, obviously a little bit Easter, spring, absolutely beautiful. I love that she's distressed a doily with distress inks in the back. It just adds so much texture with the button and the ribbon. Just really, really I mean, you can mail that in an envelope, no problem, but it's just, there's so much texture. I mean, she's even popped up the eyes and the nose just to give it that little oomph. I just love all that little detail. Very, very awesome, awesome, awesome work. The ribbon's beautiful. And then, like I said, it is a bag or a gift thingy. So you open the Velcro, and then on the inside, it has a little belly band where it can hold a gift card. She had a little piece of double stick tape to it. I pulled that out so I could pull this out real easy during the video to show you. She's used a stamp to decorate the back panel, and it has a place for you to write your little note that says, Happy Easter or whatever. And this is not, I'm pretty sure there's no money on this gift card. It's just to show. And then, but isn't that just really a really cool idea? And it's just, I think, a 4 1/4 piece of cardstock that's scored. I'll take the measurements and I'll try to post them in the videos in case anyone wants to try to make this. But what a beautiful idea. I'm so glad you decided to swap with us. Someone's going to love getting this. Next up, we have a card by Lori, and look at this designer paper. It is absolutely stunning, and she used it perfectly. I mean, this paper is so pretty, it can stand alone and be the focal point of this card, and she's done that perfectly. And again, I have no idea what these birds are. I think that's a black-capped chickadee. That would be my guess, and I would guess something like a finch, a goldfinch maybe, because it's got gold in it. I have absolutely no idea. It's probably like a blue jay. You guys are laughing, aren't you? That's cool. Laugh away, because I really have no idea. I'm making it up. But I love the little branches, and it looks like snow falling, so it's like an early winter card. I don't know, in my mind, at least that looks like snow to me. It's so beautiful. It just captures the moment, or that scene, and just it feels silent and peaceful and calm to me. I just absolutely love it. I love the little twine behind the happy birthday and this little tag punch. I love the dip in it. It just adds that extra little personality to the card that it needs. It's really neat. I love it. So this is wishing you the brightest birthday. Very nice. It's nice. I don't always think that decorative paper can hold its own and be the focal point of a card. I know a lot of people do that, and sometimes I think that I will honestly say that sometimes I think that we do that too often, and I don't think that the paper has enough personality on its own to do that, but I think this paper does. So very nicely done. I really like that card, Lori. Thank you for sharing it. All right, next up is a card from Tammy, and this is another really old Stampin' Upset. I have no idea what the name of it is, but I love it. And I think I have this buried somewhere, and I never have used it, but I love it. I love that you colored the image in, and I love the scallop punch that you used. And she used 4 little rhinestones to tack that down in that square, and I love that, and I love the little square that you put it on. You've just given this such personality. So it's such a small image, but the way you've showcased it, it carries the card. So again, you've just really mastered the design. Your design has just really done it. You've really, you guys are so good and talented. I'm just blown away at all that you guys do every single month. So you guys are a really talented group of women. So thank you for sharing that with us each and every month. I love this paper. You match the pinks perfectly. When you open this up, it says, May each miracle of spring be a sweet reminder of God's everlasting love. It's really sweet. I love that you stamped that on a real light decorative paper. Great use of the paper. I love the little band across. Really neat use of that. I love that stamp. I might have to dig that out and use that. It's been sitting there. She put Wink of Stella on that bird to give it just enough shine and interest. Very, very nice, Tammy. All right, we got 3 more left, I think. All right, this one is by Doreen. And I'm going to just take her sticky note out. I'm going to put it on the back here for a second so it doesn't hide any of her card. And she made a happy anniversary card. Look how pretty this is. What a beautiful die cut. I have no idea who makes it, but she's layered this die cut and she's punched it out of like a glimmer paper. It has a shine to it. And it's like a pearlescent paper. That's how I would describe it. And obviously it has these 2 little birds, these little love birds, all cozied up together here. And the background is also embossed as well. So you have that like combination of that pearl paper and also that embossed background working together there to create that really elegant card front. She's used the happy anniversary on the black, which really pops out so you know exactly what the card is for. So it's very, very nice, Doreen. And then on the inside, it says, true love does not come by finding the perfect person, but learning to see the imperfect person perfectly. Oh, that's awesome. And it looks like a vellum, maybe rub-on, and she's framed that with that same pearlescent paper. So way to tie the outside in with the inside. It's a very, very elegant, very pretty card. I love that color paper and that pearl shine that you have to it. Very nice, Doreen. Thank you for sharing that with us. I also did an anniversary card. I couldn't resist the lovebird theme. And I had this die set that I was kind of excited to play with. I left it blank on the inside so that you could use it for whatever. But this is a die set by Spellbinders, and I was inspired by a color theme that I had seen online that has like the mustard and Cajun craze, night and navy, and I believe this is, oh gosh, what is this? Marina Mist, I don't know. It was something I had in Blueberry Bushel. It was a color challenge I saw online that I was kind of playing around with. I was really inspired by the color challenge. I was like, those colors look really awesome together, and I wanted to use them in a way that I wouldn't have normally. So I tried flowers and these birds, and I always do flowers in like pinks and I don't know, like bright fun colors. I wanted to do something more muted, and so it turned out I really love this. I would totally make this again and use these colors again. Tell me what you think. What do you think of using these colors on a flower card? Anyway, I would love to know what you think of that. So that's my contribution. Thank you for sending the extra money and the envelopes to help pay for the swap. You are so right in, she sent in some extra money and some cards, envelopes to me it takes a ton of envelopes, and I do put in some of my own personal money to help pay for the overages and stamps and whatever that it does to send out swaps. So the fact that you just thought of that and just sent that along really meant a lot to me. So thank you very much for doing that. I wanted to make sure I sent a thank you out and a shout out to you for doing that. And that's why I saved your card for last, and that was why it was on the bottom. So thank you so much, and your card is absolutely stunning. I love this little guy. It looks like she's colored him in with some watercolor pencils. And what a cute little bird. I have no idea what kind of bird that is. I won't even guess. I love the little way you kind of make it, like, it makes me, the way that the card is designed, and she's used an embossing folder here, and I don't, it's one of those, oh gosh, I don't know. It's like, it's obviously all embossing folders are made for texture, but this one's really, really one of those textured ones. It reminds me of blue jeans. And so it has like the feeling of like blue jeans. And then the color of the blue jeans, and this reminds me of like a pocket, and like that little, like a little pocket with a little tag off the side. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I love it. Has like a very masculine feel to it, but that's what it comes to mind to me right off the bat. What a really cool card sketch or design. It's a really neat idea, Gayla. I absolutely love it. She's left it blank so you can use it for whatever, but look at that little peeper. He's so cute, and she's got a little rhinestone for the eye, which is so clever to make it look more realistic. It kind of catches the light a little bit. Absolutely stunning, you guys. You guys have always, and you still do every time, just come up with the most clever and ridiculously awesome cards. I hope you enjoy getting these back randomly every month. I have Ryan a lot of times say just pick a card and just put it in an envelope, and then I send them out to you. So here is April's bunch. I hope you guys will participate in May. The theme is something sweet. And I'm going to get this uploaded today and the cards out in the mail today. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.